Hey Glenn, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
All right. Welcome back in terms of your health and all that.
Thank you.
Um, when did you start to feel healthy again? And well, take us back first, if you could, to the day that you broke your foot. What was that experience that like again on the verge of the season?
It was kind of a tough experience. I was trying to get back from the first broken foot. Just doing rehab with Bo and just trying to, just push it like nothing happened, and I kind of like just felt something weird going on in my foot. And once I was doing the drill, it was just like something's not right. So we just had to go get another X-ray, and we found out that I re-broke the foot, and had to go through the whole process again.
At what point did you were obviously dressed out for the Kentucky game, but you didn't play? At what point did you really feel like healthy and ready to go?
Probably last week. I dressed out during the Kentucky game, and I didn't think I was ready yet. I don't think I was going to be able to perform at a high level, give my best to everybody else on the team, do what I'm really here to do. Just go out there, do my job, play my technique. I don't think I was, ready just yet.
Yeah, hey Glenn, welcome back. I mean, just I guess talk a little bit about, the coach O was telling us just how you and Neil Farrell really seemed to play well off of one another there in the middle, and it really looked like that was the case, when your first came back. Just what about y'all's relationship and y'all's play on the field just kind of allows you to be, just a little bit more, I guess, dominant on the interior than most maybe expected.
Neil, yeah, that's my guy. Me and Neil always around each other, calling each other when we're not here. We're always at each other's apartments, just watching film, just hanging around each other. That's legit one of my best friends on the team. And we just really make each other better. It comes from film study. Just playing off of each other for like the last couple of years just made us better. We're both older now, smarter as players, and we just have more experience under our belt. So just being able to go out there and get back out there with him just made it way more fun. And now that we're both getting it rolling, I think we could really have a lot more fun.
Glenn, you've obviously been here for a while. You've seen a lot of different versions of LSU's team from 2019 and now. Over the last 2 years, what do you think you'll need to, I guess, maybe improve going forward as a program? What sort of things haven't been happening the last couple of years compared to maybe that 2019 season?
I think what we have to do is just keep blocking out the noise. Coach O says it every week, and we have to believe it. We just have to eliminate all distractions, go out there, watch film, go out there, have great days at practice. Just keep executing our plan, listen to the coaching, and really just go out there and just have some fun.
Yeah, I mean, how much is that now, I guess, the focus for the end of the year? Because y'all still have 5, maybe even 6 games left. How much are y'all still how are y'all handling things the same way, even though that Coach O is not going to be coming back next year, or is it almost kind of an eerie sort of feeling around the place now?
We're handling the same. We're handling like it's just any other week. We have to focus on beating Ole Miss this week. We're just taking it one day at a time, keep bringing the same energy we've been bringing even before everything happened. Just sticking together as brothers, banding together, and really just going out there and executing our plan.
Glenn, you were a red shirt when Coach Miles got let go during the season. What kind of advice can you give to the younger guys, or how more prepared are you, having been through that once?
Some of the advice I could really give is just stay humble and believe in the process. Things are going to get ugly before it get better. We're in a good situation. We're at a great program. and this program is not going to die down. I just feel like we're going to be okay through everything. LSU is still going to be a dominant program. We're still going to be great. Still going to go to bowl games, go to championships, do everything that everyone expects us to do.
Thank you.
Yeah, hey Glenn. I just also wanted to ask you about Ole Miss. You mentioned them a couple seconds ago, but just what are you seeing from them on film? It looks like they really put a lot of their shoulders on Matt Corral there. Just talk about what you're seeing from him and also from this offense.
They're a great team. They're a great team. Well coached, disciplined. They do a lot of tempo, a lot of great zone schemes, a lot of stretch. Just same old blocking schemes that we've been seeing up front as a D-line. They're a more improved team than they were last year, and it's going to be fun playing against them.
Hey, Jaray, how are you this afternoon?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm all right. Wilson, I think the Advocate here. Pleasure to see you. What I guess we'll just start back on Sunday. What was that day like for y'all as players, finding out that Coach O wouldn't be returning next season, and what was that team meeting sort of like there Sunday evening?
Oh man, it was hard. It was hard on all of us. We just love Coach O so much. He's a great guy. He's a great coach, and he also like a mentor to us. So we're going to miss Coach, and we appreciate everything he have done for us.
Yeah, hey Jaray. I guess for you personally, going back on Saturday, having that 3 touchdown game, that go ahead score there right at the end, just what did it mean to you to have a game like that and really step up in Kayshawn's absence, and kind of lead that receiver room?
It means a lot. It means a lot. Kayshawn, he's a great guy. To see him go down, we had to have somebody step up, and just get those touchdowns. Like we always knew it was going to come in just a thing to win. We all worked hard. We prepared well for this game, and we just wanted to get the victory.
Yeah, I guess just kind of, I know you're in the receiver room and working a lot with the receivers, but could you really see a performance like that from Ty coming? I mean, was that something you guys had seen in practice in recent weeks? The chemistry of the offensive line and the running backs as well seems to really have picked up in the last handful of weeks.
Oh, yeah, we knew it was coming. Ty David Price, he's a great guy. He's a great guy to be around. We got some great linemen. We just put it all together Saturday. They blocked good. Ty ran the ball great, and there's more to come with it.
Jaray, I mean, after that game, you tweeted about, your mom's still proud, and that was for her. And just how much do you still think about her? How often is she in your mind?
Oh, man, that's all the time, every day. That's a feeling that can never go away.
Do you feel like, is she sort of like a big motivation for you? Sort of what role does she continue to play even though she's not here anymore?
That what keeps me going. That was on the field, off the field, in the classroom, everything. Because I know what she would have done for me if she was still here. So, I just carry that with me everywhere I go.
Also, just we just got to talk to Jack. The way that his blocking has emerged in the last few weeks as a part of this offense, how much has he opened up things in the run game, having that lead blocker like that?
Jack, he opened it a lot. I told Jack a couple weeks ago, your time is going to come. Just be patient with it. He did. His number was caught in the game. He got in. He made big plays, big blocks. He got the ball through to him, everything. So he was prepared for it. And he did what he had to do.
When you're running gap schemes like that and all those counters, do you have to have someone like that in that role?
I mean, anybody can do it, but at that moment, Jack was there. And, we just got to congratulate him for doing what he did, and also the O-lineman. So, we got to give all the praises to those guys, and also for Ty for hitting the holes where he needed to do. And you've seen the outcome of how that went.
Jaray, what's the most touchdowns you ever had in a game at Gina High there?
I think 4 or 5.
Have you heard a lot from your friends, former teammates, family from Gina this week?
Oh, yes, sir. They all have hit me up on some social media or also text messages.
how did you feel like as that game was progressing? Did you just feel like you were always open, or did you realize you had 3 touchdowns, or
Yeah.
what was in your head?
I realized, in a game, I don't realize about how many touchdowns I have, what I'm doing on the field. Basically, when I'm on the field, I'm just trying to get the victory, trying to help my teammates. If it's either blocking for the running backs in the hold or also for the receiver to have the ball. So in my head, it's not me, what I'm doing or anything. It's just, doing something for the next man.
Thank you.
Hey, Jaray, Jacques from Channel 9. Before you, who was the most famous football player to come out of junior?
Probably Jason Hatcher. He made it to the league, so probably him.
How many years back is that? That's
about 21 years.
okay. All right. So no LSU Tigers from junior before you, I don't think.
No, so not football.
Got you. And one more quick question. So last year you came into the year and not many people were talking about you, and you surprised some people. This year, I guess there were expectations, and then that was Florida's kind of a breakout game for you. How's it been this year? Coach O said you were patient and waited your turn.
It was good. Like he said, I've been patient, but like with that being patient, I also worked hard every day. I wasn't gonna let nobody outwork me. So me and all the other guys in the room, we all worked hard, and everything gonna speak for itself.
Hey, Jaray, this is Leah from The Advocate. I was just wondering if you could think back to your recruitment. How instrumental was Coach O in bringing you to this program? Do you think you're at LSU otherwise?
Yeah, Coach O. Coach O was also one of the big factors why I came here. He oh man, it was a great thing when I first talked to Coach O. He was just that humble guy. He told you straight up from the jump, and like that's what I liked about him. He told me how things were going to be here. And everything that he said is going to be, it has been. And so I appreciate Coach O for everything he have done for me.
What other schools were you looking at the time, or did you have any?
Yeah, it was a couple more, but LSU was leading the pack out of all of them.
Yeah, hey Dre. We've heard so much about this freshman receiver class in particular, really all season. You've been a leader for that group really all year. Just talk about how special this core is, and just what the future of this room looks like with those guys.
The freshmen they have a bright future in front of them. From Malik to Brian, and also Chris. They all great guys. They also humble. That's the most thing about them. That's what I like about them. They come to the office every day and work. And it shows on Saturday. They all put in work, just like everyone else. So I feel like their future is going to be bright in front of them. So I feel like you're going to see more to come from them also.
Hey, Jack. Good afternoon.
Hey, how's it going?
Wilson Alexander from The Advocate. Pleasure to meet you. I guess we'll start very generally. You have such a kind of interesting story. How does a high school quarterback go to being a walk-on tight end and now a starter? What was sort of the keys to your development into this role now?
Honestly, coming out of high school, I was planning on coming here and just playing football, seeing kind of what position they would throw me at. I was going to try to be quarterback at first, but they had the room full, so they switched me over to tight end. Last year, moved to receiver, then back to tight end this year. Had to gain a little bit of weight, and then just kind of it all took off from there. Just worked throughout the whole off season, the whole camp, during the season, and it all just kind of worked out.
Quarterbacks aren't usually known for being as physical as you showed against Florida over the last couple of games. Was that something that you had to kind of lock into your mind, or have you always had that?
I've always kind of enjoyed hitting more than quarterbacks usually do. But no, growing up, I've always been on the bigger side and always kind of been more physical. I've never really had been taught that. So that's just kind of natural. I've kind of just enjoyed that.
Yeah, hey Jack, this is Glen, Weiss with LSU Country. Nice to meet you. I guess just talk about the process of last weekend. Were you planning on playing a lot? Just what was the game plan like? I guess for you to kind of go in and really show kind of your forte as a blocker. Just talk about the game plan a little bit.
So throughout the week, I was taking a lot of the ones reps. So they prepared me early to be ready, kind of mentally and physically for the role that I played. And then we repped obviously a lot of the main plays that we ran through that game. We did it against all different looks, so we had it all kind of mapped out, and it all kind of just fell into place and was a really good day.
Hey, Jack, Jacques Doucet, WAFB TV. Pat Mashburn is your uncle, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I wrote sports articles for him way back when in high school, and he was an advocate at a newspaper. But anyway, I heard Coach O talk about him, and that's kind of how this kind of started. He was talking to Coach O about you, and that kind of got the ball rolling to get you to LSU.
Yeah, a little bit. He's known Coach O for a while, I think, from I'm honestly not sure how they met, but they've known each other for a little while, and then I guess that kind of helped out a little bit to get me here. And then I talked to some of the recruiters coming out of high school my senior year, and then came for a camp coming into my freshman year over the summer, and then they told me that I could walk on here, and then they gave me a spot, so I came in for camp that 2019 year.
Okay. He seems to be one of your number one fans for sure.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Jack, this is Josh Sibley with Louisiana Gridiron Football. That block that you had downfield where you kind of faked going out, blocking the defensive end, and then came down on the safety. Can you walk us through that play where Ty actually scored?
Yeah, so I was actually trying to get outside of the defensive end on that, and I couldn't. He played outside of me, so I kind of had to slip back inside and then worked up. The safety kind of just fit down on me perfectly, and then Ty found the hole and hit it.
Jack, did you have offers to play elsewhere or opportunities of some other kind to play elsewhere coming out of high school?
I had very few offers. I had a couple other preferred walk-ons, but I didn't really have very many offers at all. It was from a couple small schools. And growing up in Louisiana, I'd always wanted to come to LSU. It's always been a dream of mine coming to LSU games basically almost every weekend, definitely multiple times a year, every year. So, I mean, it's always been a dream of mine, and whenever they told me that I had the opportunity to walk on here, I couldn't pass it up.
You mentioned having to put on weight to kind of be able to play tight end. What is your weight now compared to it was when you entered as a true freshman, and what did it take to get there?
So when I came in as a freshman, I was about 205 pounds, and now I'm about 230, 235. So it's really, obviously the last 3 years, naturally you'll put on weight because with Coach Moffitt's weight program and everything in the nutrition center and how they feed us, you can kind of naturally put on a little weight, but they've been giving me some good meal plans, some weight gain shakes, and they've been kind of on me about gaining weight. So it hasn't been too much of a struggle.
I mean, what did you do? How did you what did you do after the game on Saturday? I mean, you just had like this, probably the best game of your life. What did you do to acknowledge that in any way, or did you celebrate, or how did you do?
Yeah, it was exciting. My family was in town. My brother actually came in from, he lives in Atlanta, so he was in town. So I hung out with my brother a lot, and both my parents were in town. So we kind of just celebrated in our own little way, just kind of laid low and didn't do a whole lot. But no, it was definitely exciting.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Damone, how are you doing this afternoon?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm all right. Just obviously the big thing, Coach O's changed, status this week changing. When as players did y'all find out that was happening, and what was the meeting like on Sunday?
I mean, I found out the same time y'all found out. The meeting was, he just was, just was telling us what was going on because he wanted us to hear from him first before, the news broke.
What have the last few days? How would you describe this last few days? Is it because obviously it seems like y'all are trying to keep things as normal as possible, but that's a big change to be made. Has it been kind of eerie or felt sort of the same?
I mean, it feels the same to me. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm gonna forever be grateful for everything Coach O done for me, gave me the opportunity to play at this great university.
Yeah, hey Damone, I guess just just talk to us a little bit about the strides you guys have made, as a defense as a whole. I mean, it really seemed like, down 6 or 7 starters there, especially in that first half. You guys kind of set the tone against Florida. Just what are some of the areas you feel like you guys have really grown over the last, handful of weeks, and just maybe some areas you guys are also looking to improve as well?
The biggest thing is the next man up mentality. Every Saturday, we just got to put 11 people on the field and fight like tigers, like Coach O always says. And I mean, it don't matter who it is. Like I said, it's the next man up mentality, and we have to play on Saturday. So I mean, we have to go in there and compete. So I mean, why not just the next man up? Just it's just another opportunity to go out there and showcase your talent. But the biggest thing, I mean, we just keep striding each week. We just got to continue just to keep improving. We're going to see the same things this week that we saw last week with the, if your eye violations and stuff, and that's how big plays happen.
Hey, Damone, what are the goals of the team right now? Is it, hey, let's try to make it to a nice bowl game? I mean, I know you're on a day-by-day, game-by-game basis, but in the big picture, what do you think this team could do this year?
I mean, it's, one day at a time, one game at a time. Coach Baker always tell the linebackers, be where your feet are, and that's one thing that, that sticks with me every day. Just like I said, just take one day at a time, one game at a time, and everything else will fall in line.
How would you rate this Ole Miss offense and the challenges they're going to present this week?
I mean, they're a pretty good offense. Like I said, it's the same things we saw last week with eye violations. If your eye's not in the right spot, it's going to be a long game. But, I mean, if your eye's in the right spot, it's going to be easy.
Matthew Bruner here at 24/7 Sports. What have y'all seen from Matt Corral, a quarterback for Ole Miss? Just what he does well and what really makes him stand out?
Just looking at the film from last year, he corrected a lot of mistakes that he made last year, and he's a totally different quarterback. And I mean, he goes out there and put the offense in great positions, and he do things to help his team win.
Damone, going off of that, how do you not allow what happened last year, the season finale, to happen this year, where you forced 6 turnovers, but he puts up, as a team, they put up more than 550 yards of total offense. What do y'all do now to stop a repeat of that from happening?
The biggest thing we go out there and do is just trust the coaching. We just trust the week of preparation that we finna have, and just like I say, just have your eyes in the right spot, and that'll eliminate the big explosive plays.
Damone, seeing as how y'all played last week, I'm sure y'all are going to be ready to play this week, but is there at all a sadness in the back of your mind about Coach O, a guy that recruited you, and what's your favorite memory of him, having him as a coach so far?
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, we hate to see like something like that happen, but I mean, at the end of the day, that's just part of the business, and like I said, I'm forever grateful for everything Coach O done for me, and letting me play at this school. And I mean, he wouldn't want us to be sad, Like he said, they broke the news so we can just focus on football now, and that's the only thing that we can do.
When you mentioned the other day after the game how you've known Ty Davis-Price for a really long time, as someone, was it sort of like almost a very gratifying thing for him to have that kind of game after he's sort of received a good bit of outside criticism this year to break out like he did against Florida? Was it, for someone who's known him, really pleasing to see that?
I mean, it was a great thing to see. It's nothing new to me. He's been doing that since Little League ball, since we was playing with the South Baton Rouge Jaguars. And, I mean, like, he just continued just to block out the noise, and that's one thing that, I mean, I do myself. I don't worry about nothing that the outside people say. The only people that matter is the people that's in this building. If you're not in this building, then, I mean, the stuff you're saying really don't matter.
You mentioned the Little League team y'all had. What was he like was he a running back then, or what was he like as a player at that age? Was he this powerful even then?
I mean, Ty always been powerful. He always been big. But, yes, he did play running back. But, I mean, Little League, you play a little of everything.
Hi, Damone. This is Leah from The Advocate. I'm a little new here. I wanted to ask you, if you had been in this position as a recruit, you're a Baton Rouge native, and you're seeing that there's a coaching change, do you think it would have impacted your decision to come to LSU, or how much does that LSU brand really kind of carry the weight in recruiting?
I mean, I grew up watching LSU, and I knew this was a school that I wanted to go to. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, if I was, if I was a recruit right now and things like this would be happening, I'd just, just lean on God and just lean on my parents, and just make a decision what's best for my family.
Thanks, man.
Hey, Lee. Good afternoon.
Hi, how you doing?
All right. How are you today?
I'm good.
Obviously, a big thing happened on Sunday. When did you first hear about that Ed would not be returning next season, and how did you react as the player who has played the last 2 years for him?
Yeah, obviously big news. I actually found out just kind of through the media. We had a team meeting called for that afternoon, but I think it must have gotten leaked before. It's it's not anything that obviously I have impact on the decision or whatnot. So the only thing that I know is that we're going today is normal competition Tuesday. Everything resumes as is, and we're gonna finish this season just as we had planned to originally. So.
What was the team meeting like?
I mean, Coach O just kind of came in and told us pretty much from what I've seen, what he said to the media. He said similar stuff, just about no regrets and how he's proud and he's going to finish this year strong. And I'm excited that he's doing that for us because he's obviously he's our head coach. He's one of the leaders of this team. So I'm happy that he's going to be with us for the rest of the year.
Yeah, hey Liam, this is Glen West here. I mean, just kind of, I guess, building off that a little bit, just, now that it's all out in the open, you guys kind of know what's going on, you know what's going to happen. Just, does it feel like there's any weight lifted off of the players' shoulders and just in terms of not being able to hear all this stuff now for the next 5 or 6 weeks?
I don't know. I don't know if there necessarily was that much of a weight on us to begin with. I mean, even before, this news became official or whatnot, Coach O had always just said to let him worry about all that stuff, and we just do our jobs and we just play. So, that's what we did, and it worked out for us last weekend. So that's what we're going to continue doing going forward throughout the rest of the year.
Speaking of last weekend, it seemed like one of the sort of big things, even the last 2 weeks, has been Jack Mashburn at tight end, really helping open up things in the running game. How much of an asset has he become over the last few weeks especially on those counter plays and just as a lead blocker?
Yeah, Jack's been awesome. I'm so happy for him that he's kind of got this opportunity. He's really ran with it. I'm not surprised by it though. Even going back to spring ball, he was a guy that. He's always seemed that all he does is make plays, whether it's in the passing game or blocking, as you guys, everyone saw this past weekend. So, I'm so excited for him, and I'm looking forward to seeing him continue to play like he does. He plays physical. He's not afraid of contact. He just has a knack for getting his job done. So, he's a great asset for our offense.
Yeah, hey Liam, I mean, you've been telling us really for the last couple of weeks now that this kind of performance was just right around the corner for you guys. I guess just kind of, how gratifying was it, now looking back at the film 2 days later to kind of see just the big strides you guys were able to make as an offensive line. And then also I wanted to ask you about Marlon Martinez and how he kind of emerged last week.
Yeah, I mean, it was great. Like you said, we've all felt that we've been right there to break in open and have a game like we did this past weekend. So, felt good. There was some fun stuff to watch on film that a lot of the different guys were doing. But, now the 24-hour rule, like Coach O says, we're past that. So now we're on to Ole Miss. We gotta get ready to put another performance together. And then as for Marlon, I think I said this after the game, but I got the utmost confidence in him. It's who we are in our offensive line room and on this team. We really try to
embody the next man up mentality and everyone being held to the same standard. So, I'm happy for him that he was able to come in and kind of do his job and kind of really embody that mantra. So.
Hey, Liam, you talk about the weight off your shoulders. How much has the last 2 games lifted the weight off the shoulder of the offensive line with the way y'all have run the ball, and especially with Ty Davis-Price's performance Saturday?
Yeah, there in some sense there is a little bit of a weight off our shoulders where instead of feeling like we're so close and like that, it feels like we turned the corner. And it makes everybody, it makes just the energy around the building in the offensive line room. Not that it was bad before, but it's positive, and we're starting to play with more and more confidence. So I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing us continue to build on that moving forward.
Yeah, hey Liam, I know you guys talked, early in the season about just, adjusting to a new offensive line coach and how that was just taking a little bit of time for you guys. I mean, you really feel like over the last couple of weeks you really kind of honed in on what Coach Davis is asking of you guys and kind of learned a little bit more about his coaching style?
Yeah, I think so. I think kind of going back through camp, like our relationship as an offensive line with Coach Davis has really evolved, to the point where it feels like we're doing some really good things now. Coach Davis, he's a great coach. He was a great coach before he got to LSU, so we're lucky to have him with us. Now we just have to keep going forward. We don't want to be an offensive line that's known for having like one good game. So we got a lot of big games still coming up for the rest of the year that we got to attack just like we did this past weekend.
Hey, sorry if you already answered this. Where were you and when did you find out that Coach O was not going to be back next season?
Yeah, I mean, I said it. We had a team meeting called for Sunday afternoon, but then it kind of got leaked to the media a little earlier. So I think I was just hanging out with some of my family that was in town. So.
Okay, I guess that's my turn. Liam, what do you think? Is it a combination of factors? Is it one thing you can point to that says, y'all started to play better and block open more holes against Kentucky? You really did, of course, against Florida. Is it grasping the concepts? Is it being healthy? Is it? I know you guys went with a different package against Florida with kind of an extra blocker at times. Is it kind of all those things, or is it one thing you think that says this is the light has come on because of this?
Yeah, I really think it's a combination of a lot of different things. That we might have been lacking earlier in the year. That it's really coming together now. Between running different types of schemes that we seem to be doing pretty well. Just guys stepping up. Everyone getting a little more confident, a little more comfortable on the offensive line and just in the offense. It's like I said, the talent has been there. The ability, the ability from us as players is there. So it's just something we have to continue to do and continue to build on going forward. And hopefully continue to build and establish our identity as an offensive line and an offense.